In the heart of the Philippines, where resilience blooms like sampaguita flowers, a nurse's journey begins. She leaves behind the familiar warmth of home, the sound of jeepneys, and the laughter of loved ones. Her destination? Let's find out. This is 𝙄'𝙢 𝙂's story, the story of migration, courage, and transformation.
So let's start with our interview. First, can you tell us your name, your occupation, and where and when did you migrate?
So my name is 𝙄'𝙢 𝙂, and I work at 𝙄'𝙢 Medical Emergency Room in Sacramento, California, USA. I migrated 2005.
So can you share a bit of your background and what motivated you to migrate internationally?
So I am a nurse by profession. And so at that time, they were looking for a lot of nurses to work abroad. Then I got the opportunity to apply and got accepted. Went through all the processes. It was difficult because we have to go through a lot of challenges. We have to take a lot of exams, and most of them were actually difficult. And not only passing the qualifying exams, we have to actually physically and emotionally get ready also and prepare. And financially, partly I got lucky because the agency that hired us actually paid for everything, all expense trip, including our family. So
Okay. Thank you. So, what were the main factors that influenced your decision to migrate?
I would say financially, really, being born in a third world country, even though you are a professional or a college graduate, it's not easy to look for a job and also, or a good paying job to support the family. So at that time, I was very eager, enthusiastic, and very career motivated because I just finished my school. And so I really wanted to practice what I learned mostly. And I initially worked here in the Philippines and, got hired and was able to work as a nurse. But then financially, it wasn't enough for the family. And so I decided to apply abroad and see, if I could get accepted. And thankfully, going through all those processes, I was chosen to be one of the candidates to be accepted to work in the hospital here in United States. So that's where it started. My motivation comes from my passion to practice what I learned and also to help my family. All those fears actually just came second.
Okay. So, what are the biggest challenges you have faced abroad, both in your work environment and in adapt to a new culture? Have you been able to access a better job opportunities or career advancement in your city?
Thankfully, before they actually took us to the United States, they have given us a lot of information to facilitate our transition. That's why, when we went there, we had a little bit of information about the place and the work that we're going to have. But, I shouldn't say that, it's like 100% ready. Of course, being in a new country, in a new place, a totally different environment because it was very, very cold, it was snowing, and you don't know all these people. So it was a lot of fears and a lot of hardship because you have to really adjust, in order for you to acclimatize and also to be familiarized with your new environment. Thankfully, the hospital that hired us, they were very, very nice. They gave us free accommodation, food. It's actually free board and lodging. And then, when we went to the workplace, they actually, had everyone ready, and we had all the things that we needed to get us ready and, be prepared for our work. They even took us to like farms, like the city. They do city tours and stuff like that, and even took us to like what you call these places that will give us, additional support or necessities for our, like clothes, winter jackets, and all this stuff. So they took us to like churches who gives, free clothes and other resources, and then on weekends, some of the staff had volunteered to take us on, for a garage sale where we can buy very cheap stuff for our apartment to get us ready. So there was other stuff that we needed to prepare aside from just knowing what to do at work. It was very, very stressful because, we had to, like I said, deal with the change of climate, we deal with the change of environment, and now we're moving on to this place trying to know everything about it all at one time. So it was difficult, but because we were helped and, all the resources was provided to us, so it was a little bit easier. So I should say I got lucky because not everyone that comes or migrates to another country gets that opportunity.
So aside from the challenges and the experiences, does migrating help you and your family in any way, especially financially?
Oh yes, yes. It helped me able to support my, everything we need, support my family back in the Philippines, even though I'm working in the US, because how our salary was like tripled compared to when you work in the Philippines. So we were able to save some money at the same time and provide for the rest of the family. For me, it was really, really helpful because it helped me financially, my life situations, my lifestyle, and everything like that. So it did not happen in one day or a year. But everything felt very accessible and easier compared to working in the Philippines. Here, working in United States felt like much easier to get what you want. I feel like here they really try to listen to you and provide everything you need to make or meet all the requirements that will help you survive and be successful.
Okay, so last question, Natita. So how do you think your migration experience will influence your career and personal goals in the long term?
At first, I really wanted to do more and expand more, but as the years go by and, all other, you have to take in consideration also all the other things that you need in life. So working there, I felt like I was very satisfied. My managers, my workplace, they really appreciate me and the job that I do. From just a basic staff nurse and now doing managerial stuff, confidence has built. There's a lot of changes around me financially and in my career. And through my profession, my career in United States has soared, not like very drastically fast, but I should say it soared according to my expectation. I don't want to do so much anymore. I just am happy where I am. But like I said, working in the United States provides you a lot of avenues, not only in your present career, but it gives you a lot of branches to different areas in your field that you can try and actually work on if you want to. I just love being an emergency room nurse. I thrive living in a chaotic life. I feel like my brain works more like that. I like being busy and it helps me think a lot, and see a lot of different perspectives, not only in my career, but in life, because when you deal with like crisis situation, you're able to solve it and, you're able to help all the people, especially during the critical period. It makes you feel good about yourself and also your career.
Because of 𝙂's hard work and dedication, together with her husband and daughter, they were able to achieve financial freedom, support their families here in the Philippines, travel around the best places in the world, and of course, they were able to build the iconic Yasis Event Center.
In one nga event center Mark Alforque sa iyang report.
Ni sa damgo wala ginahuna nila Arthur ug SPC Say nga magtrending ang ilang gitukod nga Yasis Event Center dinhi sa syudad sa Pagadian. Ang Yasis Event Center usa ka all-in-one event center nga dunay kaugalingong resto bar, salon and spa, coffee shop, KTV bar, fine dining restaurant ug uban pa nga pwede kaayong laagan sa imong pamilya. Doon na usab sila'y lamian nga nagklase-klaseng mga pagkaon nga sulit usab sa imong budget. Dunay coffee shop kung coffee lover ka, Instagrammable nga palibot, KTP bar nga pwede usab kang magwalwal. Kung gusto usab kang magpaboost sa imong confidence, doon na usab sila'y salon and spa. Kanitanan, pwede nimong makita sa Barangay Tuburan ning syudad sa Pagadian. Nagpasalamat sila Arthur ug SP sa pagbisita ug pagsalig sa Pagadianon kay matud pa nila ang Yasis Event Center nga ilang gimugna, ilang tinguha ang paghatag ug kalipay sa katawhan sa Pagadian. Para sa PNC News, Mark Alforque.